Hello everyone, my name is Inko and we are back in Europa Universalis number 4. We are playing as Muscovy, of course, and we have an offer from Ryazan for a royal marriage, and we're going to decline because we actually have too many diplomatic relations at this point, and Ryazan is probably the one too many. We have the weakest relationship with them with a guarantee, and I'm not really looking to continue a relationship with them. What I am looking to do, though, is declare war on Novgorod. So what I'm going to do is crank my army maintenance up in preparation. We don't want to be caught out like that. We've got half of our military force in Ritsev and half of them in Belu Zero. Apparently this province is literally called Below Zero, which I find quite amusing because it's probably cold as all hell. I mean, it is currently March. Well, to be fair, March is not, it's not like January or anything, but it could be quite cold. For all I know, it's the coldest month in that region. But anyway, we have nothing going on aside from that. Our preparation for war with Novgorod. So we may as well, see, look at that. Belizaru just thawed out, just like that. So it's a perfect time to go to war, as it's no longer fucking winter. And you know what, I've just seen some Swedish men swarm across. Oh shit. I was looking to see if Sweden and Novgorod were at war, but no, I've noticed that Ryazan is allied with Novgorod, so that may be an issue when we declare war, because they'll okay, let's just stop for a second here. They'll probably join on the side of Novgorod in that case. Let us declare war. Yeah, see, we can see already Tver will not join us because they don't owe us any favors. I don't know how the favor system works, really. But we'll get into that later. All I know is that Tver is not going to be joining our war, and Ryazan is going to be joining the war on the side of Novgorod. Should we call them a co-belligerent? Okay, yeah, no, I was reading that incorrectly. Okay, we will do that. Ryazan is, I'm gonna say, only allied with Novgorod. Okay. So you know what, we'll declare war on Novgorod. We'll say Ryazan is a co-belligerent, and we may as well, actually, is it possible for us to just fabricate claims on both Tula and Ryazan? Because that would be wonderful. How long would that take? A full year. Do we want to wait 2 years to declare war just to get a claim on both of these provinces? Or would we rather... You know what? No, fuck it. We'll just, we'll declare war with Novgorod. We intend to dismantle Novgorod in at least more than one war. It's going to take multiple wars to capture all of their territory. For now, we're going for... Let us see where we have claims. I'm going to say political... No, of course it's not diplomatic. There we go. So we have claims in Arkhangelsk, Kolmogorye, Kargopol, Torzhok, and Kolm. So we'll just set our war goal as take Kolm. We don't want to go to war on behalf of, is that Perm, Pskov? We don't want to go to war on behalf of Pskov. So we will declare war, and we'll say we'll take Kolm. Here we go, boom. It is now time for war. We will march to war. We will meet them on the beaches. So I'm not sure if Ryazan has joined the war, so we'll go and sack them very quickly. What? Non-enforcement of ordinances. Okay, we can gain local autonomy in Miram, or I guess become really oppressive, and we'll just do that. I don't want to deal with local autonomy while we're at war. So we're going to try to build actually, a bit of an inefficient move there, but I want, what am I doing here? My god, I want my general to try to dismantle this large Novgorodian army. Unfortunately, it looks like they've moved into Pskov, and they've got a fortress blocking our passage. But anyway, we have 14,000 men moving to hunt down these 8.7 thousand men who are from Ryazan, and they'll be in a battle very soon. We'll leave behind a small force. Wow, I say small force, but really 9,000 men left behind to besiege the capital of Novgorod. Here we go. We're now battling with Ryazan, and holy shit, our morale bonus and our tactics bonus has won us the day. We lost, actually, we lost a huge amount of men there. I was gonna say, oh, look at us, we're so great, but we lost 4,000 men in that battle alone, and we only killed roughly just under 4,000, I would say. So that wasn't exactly the success that I was hoping for. Regardless, we will continue to besiege Novgorod and Torzhok, capture Kolm. We'll go for our war goals. Right now, what? A Grey Synod. Okay, I like to read the events. If that annoys you, please leave a comment. I don't know if this annoys anyone. The church has gathered in a great synod, and they are asking for support and certain privileges in return for helping fight anti-feudal heresies. Okay, we can grant the privileges, which will increase patriarch authority, or we could gain 1 stability, basically. What's our authority at right now? 5%. Do we want more taxes or more manpower? We probably want more manpower at this current juncture. We're going to be expanding pretty quickly, and any amount of manpower we can get is a bonus. Okay, we'll very quickly run over to Arkhangelsk and those other provinces. Right now, our other army, the Second Army of Muscovy, is going to attempt to besiege... Okay, no, we have to merge this army until the Permians, they're Permanites, until the people of Perm arrive to reinforce. Holy shit, look at that. They're just marching through to attack Ryazan, and oh my, they're actually doing quite well. We don't need to assist. We do need to watch that Novgorod doesn't try to counterattack. And I've just noticed that this entire stack is cavalry, which is okay, because I believe they can occupy places like Arkhangelsk, Kargopol, places that don't have any garrison just fine. Okay, we did get the shit kicked out of us in Kaluga. The Ryazanites, people of Ryazan. Ryazanians, I think, would be the proper fucking terminology. The Ryazanians have pushed back the people of Permians, and they have occupied Kaluga as a result, so we'll have to march out to defeat them soon enough. What we want to do, though, first of all, is blanket the rest of Novgorod with our cavalry. Oh shit, just in time to return to this fight. It looks like we might have enough troops to win it. Holy shit, our 7,000 infantry is enough to turn away the Novgorodian army. Holy shit. Okay, well, it went quite well for us. We lost 3,600 men and killed, I would say, twice that, which is not too bad at all. So I suppose we can harass them with our cavalry now, whilst they're low on morale. We will eventually have to, obviously, capture Novgorod. Will we be able to win the Battle of Karelia? I would not say. Let's reform. We've just finished the siege of Novgorod. There we are. We'll rejoin and reform our main army in Tikhvin, whilst the second army continues to besiege Ryazan, and then eventually we'll crush the only army of Ryazan. What's our war score? 38%. That is not nearly enough for our war goals, I don't think. Let's see. Kazan declared war upon their new enemy, Ryazan. Okay. Which is a bit worrying. I imagine Kazan will very easily occupy and conquer Ryazan, which, I mean, like, I'm sure I've said in a... You son of a bitch. In some previous episodes, we want to be cautious of Kazan because they're quite large and threatening on our southern border, but at the very least we can peace out with Ryazan, can we? Sure. I don't suppose they'll actually give us anything, though, because we haven't actually captured Ryazan, their main fort, so it's going to be a little bit longer. We are actually suffering quite a bit of attrition, so we'll have to move on, I think, and we'll march... Do we want to march to Karelia, or should we just advance on to Okay, well, we'll send a little bit of troops after these 1,000 Novgorodians, and then we'll advance on to Novgorod itself. I think we want to, obviously, present a united front to the armies of Novgorod, and they're currently in Tikhvin, and they are counter-sieging, and eventually they will conquer it. So let's form up our army, wait for some reinforcements, and go to town. Now, I think it is time that we can talk to Ryazan. What am I doing here? Ryazan, please. Oh no. I've gotten confused. Okay, Ryazan, please. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, we'll sue for peace here, and we can just straight up occupy all of Ryazan, which will give us an insane amount of aggressive expansion, 39.2. With 113 countries, my word, we're going to suffer quite a bit of aggressive expansion after we deal with Novgorod. So perhaps what we can do is just vassalize them. We'll do a forced... Oh shit, that would put us at war with Kazan. Do we want... Oh, shitballs. Let's not do that. Let's just end the war. All we can do is, See, I don't want to give these two provinces to Kazan that easily. So I wonder almost if we should just vassalize Ryazan, and once we're done with Novgorod, which probably won't take too much longer, we can turn right around and deal with Kazan and just kind of get like a white peace, perhaps. Okay, we'll vassalize Ryazan. We'll ask for a bit of cash. And we'll do that. And then we want our second army to march to below zero. Actually, we'll keep them in Ryazan, because very soon the armies of Kazan will arrive. Alright, so we have... Again, too many diplomatic relations, obviously. But we do also have 13,000, nearly 14,000 men on standby to fight the armies of Kazan. We also have 14,000 men on standby, plus an additional 9.3 thousand. Okay, we're going to chase the armies of Novgorod, and hopefully we can destroy them. It looks to me, though, that our allies aren't actually coming to our aid, but our morale bonus might be enough to carry the day. It appears so. What's Kazan doing? They're marching away. Okay, so we'll move our armies out of Ryazan and perhaps to Nizhny Novgorod because we're suffering some attrition here. Let's not forget our goal with the war with Kazan. If anything, we want a white peace. We don't need to take any of their territory. I'm not too concerned with how many relations we have, because I do believe that we will be able to annex our vassals very soon. So we can annex Perm. I want to annex Perm first because it is the largest, and when you annex one vassal, it kind of sets back the other vassalization. So do I want to, annex Yaroslavl or Pskov when I can annex Perm? No, of course I want to annex Perm first. But to do so, I don't need to do anything, actually. I just need to wait. I didn't think our relations were good enough, but boy was I wrong. Apparently Perm is suckling at the teat of Novgorod, and as they should be, because we are kicking the ever-loving fuck out of these Novgorodians in their home territories as well, which is quite embarrassing. But now, the armies of Kazan are beginning to march, and very soon they'll be in the territories and lands of Kazan, and I think we can very easily wipe them out as well, because, I mean, if we have more technology than the Novgorodians, I would assume we have more technology than even the people of Kazan. But we are going to begin the besieging of Neva, and we're going to obviously capture the other territories around it, whilst we move in the south to annihilate the main army of Kazan, which is a little slippery. It's kind of avoiding us. A lot of cavalry, 5,000 units of cavalry. Actually, their army composition is identical to mine, so this is going to be quite interesting. We've occupied Ingermanland, which is a land of Ingerman. I don't know if you know that, but Ingermen reside in Ingermanland. And we keep getting all these notifications but not much is happening. Our manpower is dwindling, though. We only have 11,000 left. But I think we'll then march on Ladoga, Tikvin, etc. We just have to be wary of a counter attack by the armies of Novgorod. Very soon there will be a battle with Kazan. I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Holy shit, so fucking well. Although they do have a little bit more discipline than us, we were able to wipe the floor with them. Well, not so much wipe the floor with them, but turn them away in a very fantastic fashion. And our war score has not moved at all. We have to show superiority, which is, of course, meaning that... Oh, my mistake. No, it is Kazan that has to show superiority, so we actually have to win battles to prevent that. So we're going to just chase their armies across the entire known world, I guess, whilst we begin to carpet bomb the remaining territories of Novgorod. We can very soon, I think we'll peace out with Novgorod for our war goals, if not right now, actually. I think we need to just get Kargopol, I'm going to say. We'll move into Olonets. I'm not so sure if we want to stay there, though, because obviously the armies of Novgorod can very easily catch us out of position, but we're going to chase the armies of Kazan into a steppe territory. So I think that will be okay. And then we can immediately besiege them. A new champion of the joust. Is this really what's important right now? I mean, we're... Come on, nobles of Muscovy. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? I'm on the front lines. Both front lines, because we're fighting a war on two fronts, if you guys haven't noticed. Both north and south. You fucking assholes. Open your eyes and see what's going on right now. Now's not the time of... Okay, whatever. During a recent jousting tournament, aka Tournament of the Assholes, because... I don't know. An unheralded commoner surprised all in attendance. I guess he's fucking Lancelot, isn't he? We can gain a general with 100 tradition and lose a bunch of prestige and legitimacy. Well, this is... Okay, we'll take the hit. We'll gain a general, and he can lead the armies on the southern front, I suppose. Actually, let's take a look at this guy very briefly. Is it Pyotr Sheremetyev? Because he's actually a pretty good general, and I'm not regretting that at all. Even though my prestige is in the absolute shitter. It's in the water closet. Or, as they would say in medieval Muscovy, the shit pot. Novgorod wants to cede Kolm, Argangelsk, Kolmogorye, Kargopol, and Torzhok. And then they will pay a bunch of money, and I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to take those territories, but also humiliate them to get some power projection. I think the power projection might offset our legitimacy loss a little bit, even though they don't affect the same thing for the most part. I mean, it would just make me feel better. Actually, I've just noticed the more power projection, the faster your legitimacy will recover. So I think, if at all possible, we want to recover our legitimacy as quickly as possible. And here we go. We are now kicking the shit out of the people of Kazan yet again. The Kazanians. Looks to me as if... Okay, the armies of Novgorod are marching to Kolmogorye to begin to counter-siege, I suppose. Wow. Ryazanian Liberty Desire. It is Ryazanian. Interesting. What can we do to lower your Liberty Desire right now? Absolutely nothing, because I would imagine we are at war. Okay. No, I don't think there is much we can do at this current juncture. Other than send a diplomat their way, I suppose, to improve relations. We may as well do. Couldn't hurt, considering they're now a vassal of ours. Okay. That was actually kind of an evenly fought battle. And we'll actually have to retreat to Nizhny Novgorod, I think, to gather up our general and also regain some of our manpower. Because right now, oh shit, things are not looking good. Everyone needs to get the fuck out of Kargopol. These guys are en route to Kargopol. Should have been paying attention there, but no, we're going to lose a bunch of men. Yeah, there's no way our infantry is going to... Oh my word, they just wiped the map with my cavalry, and here goes another shitty battle. Retreat, you assholes, please. No. Oh. All of my cavalry has been annihilated. Jesus. So all we have left is 7,000 infantrymen besieging Neva, and there's still a giant army of Novgorod kicking around. I don't know what my vassals are doing. I haven't seen them do fucking dick all this entire war for some odd reason. I think what we'll have to do is march our secondary army northwards. Our cavalry is retreating to... Oh, they're going in for the death blow. They're going in for the rest of the army. Can we outmaneuver them? Let's head to Pskov. We're going to have to leave behind Neva. Actually, we would have been okay there. We actually have quite a large army. 15,000, 13,000 men, something like that. And we have a secondary army en route, so I think we'll be okay. As long as we recuperate our cavalry. And that's going to head back up to Kargopol to besiege those territories. We don't want to lose them. I think we're going to be running into manpower issues very soon. Shitballs. These 11,000 Novgorodians are a crick in my neck, that's for sure. They'll be crushed in our fist very soon. As soon as we capture Neva, I'm going to say that's the end of it. Here we go. We're going to send all of our forces. These guys will arrive not immediately, but soon enough. Once we capture Kargopol and annihilate these troops here, actually, if we could avoid a battle, that would be ideal. So we'll capture Kargopol and see what is going on. I don't know what Kazan has done. Maybe they just went out to the shops right now and they're just preoccupied. It seems like they've got some rebels on their eastern border. I guess they're just preoccupied and they're not too concerned with us at the moment. And I'm perfectly fine with that because our manpower is dwindling hard. And actually, as a result, a cause of this, I think, is the attrition that we are suffering every fucking where we go. Let's move to Ritsev to try to avoid the attrition. See what the Novgorodians say once we capture Kargopol. Okay, we have 99% war score, which is crazy good. So we'll take Arkhangelsk, Kolmogorye, Kargopol, Torzhok, Kolm. We can even take Novgorod and Tikhvin. No. Ingermanland? No. Well, at the very least, we can take the goddamn capital, which I think is a victory. I'm a little upset that we can't, get access to the Baltic Sea via Ingermanland. In addition, can we humiliate? No, of course not. We can't do that. It's too much. I think that's probably all we can do is just take these territories. I really want to take Novgorod. It's a very powerful province. You know what? Let's throw some cash in and call it a day. There's nothing we need to do. Okay, we'll just end this war with Novgorod post-haste. Because, holy shit, we actually took quite a beating in that. Okay, we have accepted. And we have received 40 aggressive expansion. But 16 prestige, which is dick all. But we also got a huge amount of power projection. We're now sitting at 72. Let us reform our armies here. And I say army. They're going to march to Novgorod, obviously, to occupy. The remaining 13,000 men we have is going to have to march south to keep an eye on Kazan. Okay, supplies for the Cossacks. I've never seen this before. Life on the frontier can be harsh, and while the Cossacks are used to fighting their own battles, a little help from the central treasury could probably be put to good use. Last season was unusually harsh, and together with an increasing number of Tatar incursions, many Cossacks now have an urgent shortage of food for the coming months. If we were to supply the Cossacks with grains, as well as military supplies such as arms, uniforms. Okay. Okay, so it's just the money versus... Shit, yeah. We'll definitely send the Cossacks some cash. 40 ducats? I've got 400 ducats burning a hole in my coin purse. I was going to say codpiece, but you don't normally keep coins in your codpiece. Well, I mean, maybe you don't. I certainly do. I love the feel of 400 golden ducats rubbing and chafing against my massive Muscovite dong. Okay, we can call Tver to war. We're not going to bother. We have no mission. I think the first mission we want is to reduce overextension. Obviously, we are dealing with a lot of overextension right now. Holy shit, Novgorod's going to be 250 administrative points. Oh my word. War exhaustion is 11% of this. So I think we'll have to wait until we peace out with Kazan before we look to integrating our uncored provinces. Also, the clergy is demanding control of territory. What do they currently control is my question. Estates. They have Kazimov and Kaluga. As we all know, of course, that when you give a province to the clergy, they reduce local unrest by -2, increase province autonomy by 25%. So I think what we want to do is we want to give them a province with a lot of unrest, such as some of our new holdings from Novgorod. But the thing is, they're not going to be angry for long. Their religion is the same, the culture is the same, everything's the same. So we're not going to be having unrest issues there anytime soon. We could... Well, what we need to be wary of as well is manpower, because when we give provinces to the boyars, they actually increase our manpower by 50%. So what we ideally want to do is give our military provinces, those geared towards, you know, raising of troops, I suppose. We want to give them to the boyars, although I guess ultimately it doesn't really matter where you raise the troops, right? But I'm going to say, for my very own reasons, I like to have my troops raised in areas where there's lots of manpower. It's kind of like my military center, right? I don't know if any of you other guys... Do you guys do that? I don't know. Is it just me? Is that weird? I don't know. But basically what I'm saying is I don't want to give lands with high manpower bases to the clergy, so we'll probably end up giving, like, Ustjug or Vologda. You know what? We'll give Vologda to the clergy. We can also give some land to the burghers. Burgers? Is it pronounced burgers or burgers? I'm going to assume burgers. Burghers. But we don't actually need to worry about that right now, because what they do is increase trade goods, and we aren't really too concerned with the trade game right now. I think now that we've captured Novgorod, I believe that's actually a trade center, Novgorod, yes, of course. Now that we've actually captured Novgorod and... Oh, that's Moscow, okay. Now that we've captured Novgorod, we can actually begin to look at strengthening our position in the Novgorodian trade region, I suppose. We may even move our main trade port to Novgorod. Although Moscow, of course, is already in this node, so it doesn't really matter at all. I believe, though, we can move our trading port to another region and the capital will still collect. I'm going to have to look into that after I end the episode, just to be sure. If you know, of course, you can leave a comment as well. That would be great. So yeah, we can look at the trade game once the war is over. But for now, I want to give Vologda to the clergy, because, well, that wasn't so good now that I'm looking at it, because Vologda is full of iron, and iron is a very good trade resource. So, I mean, Vetluga would have been better. But we can always remove the clergy from this province within a year, if necessary. I'm sure it'll piss them off. But when are the clergy not pissed off? You know what I mean? Like, no one's wearing condoms. They're pleased. If anyone's, you know, trying to be safe whilst having sex, they're having a shit fit. Well, I suppose that's Catholics, not Orthodox Christianity. Although, I don't know, maybe the Orthodox Christianity has rules about birth control. I really can't say. Okay, I suppose we'll just continue our war for a few more minutes here. We currently have the time. Maybe we can resolve this war. Tver has announced us as their rival. Why the fuck would they do that? That is odd as hell. Let's keep an eye on these guys. We'll be able to annex or begin the annexation process of Perm as soon as we're done with our war here. So we'll just speed it up very quickly. Arrive in the province of Kazan. And I think once we besiege and capture their capital, they'll be singing a different tune. Although I just noticed that 16,000 men are coming my way. So let's move out of the way for now. What am I fucking? Okay, no, we've actually been attacked, and we've managed to fight them off because we still have a huge morale bonus. And when I say fight them off, oh my god, we're getting killed, slaughtered even. Jesus Christ, we don't have any cavalry in this army at all, no longer. We did win, but at what cost? That was definitely a Pyrrhic victory there. Let us move and retreat to Nizhny Novgorod. Holy shit, that was horrendous. My vassals are asleep at the wheel. This is not so good. Luckily, we do have a secondary army in the wings. We also have a general who has not been put to use. Peter is now in place. I am a little bit worried now that we're going to run through all... Okay, there we go. We've now reached 0 manpower. And we are now in a very shitty position. We have a lot of provincial unrest, too many diplomatic relations, we have suffered a lot of casualties, and we are at war with Kazan. If we would not have gone to war with Kazan, that would have been fucking stellar, but of course, we had to get a little bit greedy, didn't we? Well, I say we, but we all know who the asshole is in this situation. That's right, it's me, being a dickhead. We have destroyed a bunch of men in Kazan. I feel like I'm missing roughly 4,000 men, and I am, because they're sitting in fucking Lagosta. So that's nice when you just find 4,000 men kicking around. It's kind of like when you find $20 in your pocket, but about a million times better. I mean, you can't even put a value in human life, can you? Okay, so we're going to form one large army. It appears that Kazan is trying to get fresh here, and they're going to move to Elitir. And I'm not sure we'll be able to hold out in Nizhny Novgorod, so I'm going to retreat. And shit, we need to form our armies very quickly here before Kazan arrives. Quick, everyone, hide the booze before Mom and Dad get home, because they're going to kick the shit out of us. And when I say kick the shit out of us, whoa, boys, let's not be hasty here. Let's form our armies up. Hey, what do you think of that? Okay, so now we've got 12,000 men. These guys are moving to Nizhny Novgorod, or they're moving to... Oh, shitballs. I don't believe it. They can march right to Galich because we have 2 forts right next to... Jesus Christ. The fort system still confuses me to this day. Okay, so we're losing lots of men in Galich, but if our troops can arrive before they break, we'll be good. Oh, we've made it. Have we? We've done it. No, we lost. Shit. But we've got another battle going on, and we're going to hound these guys now to the ends of the earth. There we go. We've won again. Oh, man. What is this? Exhaustion. Our war exhaustion is crazy. I think we just lost an entire army there, did we not? Oh, that really fucking sucks. Yep. We lost half of our military force there because Kazan was somehow able to just waltz right by one of my fortresses, which is being fully maintained. Ooh, I'm not salty about that one. No. It was my own fault for that misplay. Hopefully, I'm able to win this war because I've only got 10,000 men left. Gee, oh my word. And my vassals are sitting on their ass in fucking Ryazan. I don't know, maybe Pskov and Yaroslavl and Ryazan have all gotten together. They've banded together to kick the shit out of me, probably. They're going to... Oh my word, assassination of a noble. Say it ain't so. Noble families were bulwarks of power during these times. Assassination of a powerful noble was seen as a critical blow to those families' fortunes. Okay, we can let the boyars deal with this shit on their own. Or we can lose a shit ton of administrative power and lose 5 loyalty. Let's lose some legitimacy here. Why the hell not? We're already in dire straits. What's one more thing? I may actually have to end this episode before we resolve this war. Or we could try to get a white peace. Or like war reparations or any number of things. Oh man, we can get them to release Bashkira? No, we can't. Return cores. Perm to perm. That would be lovely, but they don't want to do that shit because we haven't captured any forts, of course. You know what? Let's try to give perm back to perm. Okay, so we'll go for Kazan. You know what? We'll just keep playing for a couple more minutes here. It's really heated up. I'm really disappointed with how this war with Kazan has gone. It should be going much better, but unfortunately, I lost a shit ton of troops getting caught out against Novgorod. I've lost a shit ton of troops getting caught out against Kazan, and now I'm just mopping up and reducing their man. Oh shit, did we just gain 7,000 allies? We did. They're en route. Lovely. Can they now assist in Kazan? Hopefully. Here we go. Oh my god, I've got so many fucking... Okay, we'll research temples. That's great because now we have free reign to core some provinces after all of this is over with. And here we go. We will begin the siege of Kazan. You son of a bitch. Novgorod, you wouldn't do that, would you? You wouldn't do that to me. Okay, well, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to leave. We've got no manpower. We've got 5,000 men backed up by another 5. Okay, fuck it. Let's just get a white peace with these guys. I'm a little worried that my vassals might try to, you know, become independent because I'm really weak. So let's just get a bunch of money, war reparations, trade power. No, of course not. There we go. We'll get a white peace with these assholes, and we'll return to Galich. Jesus Christ. I kind of want to annihilate the fort in Galich and just have one in Nizhny Novgorod. That way we don't have to deal with that shit ever again. Fuck it. I'm so pissed that that makes sense. So we'll go to Nizhny Novgorod. We can put a fort somewhere else in the north. Okay, there we go. Alright, everyone. I'm going... No. No. Oh, my word. Oh, shit. It's not looking so hot on the vassal front. Before anything goes wrong, let's... Oh, man, we've got a lot of issues with our subjects right now. Oh my god. Wow, okay, I foresee an issue with our vassals some point in the future. Because we got a little greedy there and went to war with Kazan and Novgorod. Should not have done. I've learned my lesson now. But I mean, when shit is rough, isn't that when it's fun to watch? Right, guys? Not everyone can be just swimming through life. You gotta have a little bit of a rough and tumble time every once in a while, just to, you know, keep it interesting. That's my story anyway, and I'm sticking to it. So, thank you everyone for watching episode 3 of our Muscovy campaign. Things are not looking so hot, I have to admit. So please leave a like, leave a comment if you are enjoying this. If you want any updates on uploads, anything like that, you should really follow me on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook and Google+, because I post announcements every once in a while. It's a good way to keep in touch. And I guess I'll see you guys with yet another episode of our Muscovy campaign.